Two different artists, two different artworks, 1 hour sharing one group of images. Aron Visuals is a freelance artist who creates fantastic and surreal scenes full of vivid color and dreamy details. I'm Abbey, a creative compositor who specializes in portraits with a surreal and sometimes morbid twist. Both Aron Visuals and I worked from the same collection of resources found on Envato Elements, where you can get unlimited downloads of graphics, photos, and fonts, millions of creative digital assets with simple commercial licensing. Aron Visuals, you're up first.
Thanks, Abbey. Hey guys, Aron Visuals here with you today, and I'm gonna show you how I created this artwork. Let's start. First thing, I'm using all the stocks provided and creating a main base as one by one, then removing original backgrounds from stocks with a razor tool. Adding the main subject, astronaut, and again removing the original background on the hill behind. Then it's time for a city stock. Removing some more parts on the main rock and making position right. I decided to duplicate city stock and rotate like that and make it more interesting on the sky. It's time for blending. Part by part for my blending technique, I'm using the levels, color balance and sometimes hue saturation for the lights, as you will see later. Here I already knew that my main color of the artwork will be blue-purple, and we are going this way for everything. Here we have the blend stock using the same levels, color balance and hue saturation for blending. And then I'm trying to see where it will stand and if I like this way. Then it's time for a robot face. I decided to change original face into astronaut with this one, and it works pretty well. Playing with perspective and blend it. Now we have this cold stock that will go into the hand of astronaut, and then this water splash stock, we change the color into the red to make it as blood is falling. Adding the Morse codes there, and then the futuristic lights behind. When I'm somewhere on the middle of creating, it's time to use the color lookups for more specific colors and effects to blend it more. With brightness contrast, I'm using to make sides of the artwork darker. Now I'm using the texture stock on top of everything. And the universe stock behind the astronaut to make the focus and light in center, and changing the color of it. Then added the new planet behind. Blending some more parts and creating a shadow of the astronaut. Then it's time to paint lights back on the astronaut in a similar color as the lights behind, and on skulls too. Bringing more lights back on the rock and the hill behind. With the hue saturation, I'm getting the color for the lights as I need, in this case, orange. For more details, I have the universe brush for behind and then brush for fogs everywhere. I paint until a point when I think it's blended great. and on top of it I'm using the color balance for final close effect and colors. Having fun with more details, moving some things to see which way looks better, and painting shadows, fogs, and getting colors. Last and final thing, I'm using Camera Raw, and there I get everything from contrast, lights, mild tones, having more focus into the middle of the artwork, and yeah, that's it. We had only 1 hour to create, and I'm very proud how this turned out, and I love it. I really hope you all learned something new today, and that I inspired you to create more, and thanks for watching. Abbey, now is your turn.
Just like Aron Visuals, I'm using the same exact resources. So I always start with extracting my main subject. Usually I would use a mixture of the pen tool and the refine edge tool, however, to save time, I used select subject and then did some cleanup using the pen tool and a hard round brush. Next, a quick eyebrow removal. Again, to save time, I went with the patch tool and mixer brush as opposed to hand painting them out, which in this case would have been a waste of time anyway, since I do end up covering both foreheads with some pretty heavy texture. I also used the mixer brush to remove some of the pores of the skin for a more rubber-like texture. So these wires came pre-extracted, which instantly makes them amazing, and then some color grading using mostly color lookup, curves, and selective color layers. I used a mix of layer modes to blend the panels of the 3D rendered robot onto the model's face, as well as the eyes and chin, doing a similar process for blending the metal texture from the skull onto both subjects. Blend If to preserve the highlights of the image while laying down some dark oily makeup. Then I use an edited version of one of the brushes from the Paint & Brush pack to create a shiny metal foil texture. I decided to use the nebula textures as abstract sparks or fire, as well as enhancing the current metal highlights. made a super quick circle brush so I could add some light trails coming from the glowing robot eyes, just to be a bit less generic than a normal glow effect. And then I finished up by repeating the same steps to the upper model as I did the lower one, though I did run out of time and never really got to finish her off. That hour goes by faster than you might think. So right off the bat, I love the colors and how vibrant they are, particularly the glowing orange in the city portion. The whole image has a very cinematic vibe. I could easily see this as a movie poster or used as a promo for a video game. And I especially love the use of the 3D skull renders for just a touch of added darkness to an otherwise very dreamy image. Superb work.
This looks really amazing. Love the idea and the story behind it. The black and golden here comes together so well with all of the details you did on the body, especially of the head, because this is so great. Such a unique story, and you definitely inspired me to try something new next time. You're an amazing artist, Abbey.
Let us know your favorite image down in the comments. And I hope we've inspired you to get creative. Check out Envato Elements, where you get unlimited downloads of graphics, photos, and fonts, everything you need to create images just like you've seen here today. Millions of creative digital assets with simple commercial licensing. And if you're looking to learn even more, why not check out some of the other excellent videos that Envato Tuts Plus has to offer. If you like this video and would like to see more, consider giving us a like and even subscribing if you haven't already. And don't forget to click the little bell icon to be notified of all new videos, including tips, tricks, and tutorials. Happy designing! See you next time.